Welcome everyone to the Road to Grand Champion series, the long-awaited series I might add, where we'll be helping you guys get out of the rank you're currently stuck at, but don't worry, you won't be doing this alone because we have a guest. This is why I spent all this.
And just like you guys, he also wants to rank up. So,
we're going to be taking him and you guys out of the ranks you're currently stuck at, up to Grand Champion 1. And with that being said, this is why I spent all this journey to Grand Champion. Alright, what's going on y'all, and welcome back to the Road to Grand Champion series. This is episode number 15. So yeah, this is episode number 15 and we're making really good progress in the series thus far. We're going up quite high in the ranks, we're moving up pretty quick. We still have quite a long ways to go, so we still have a lot of work to do. One thing I do want to say before jumping into the video is we're almost at 500 subs, so I want to thank everyone who is supporting the series, following along with the series, or that is finding the series helpful. I'm glad that some of you guys are finding the series helpful, even up in higher ranks. That's kind of the goal of what I'm doing here, to try to show you guys how to make smarter choices overall, even at the skill level that you're at. And with that being said, and the mechanics that we're going to be doing are going to be shifting a bit, seeing as the how-to mechanics video for gold just dropped. So new mechanics have been put out there for you guys to practice for gold, which we are going to be using throughout the gold rank. So if you guys haven't seen that, I recommend checking that out first, just in case you guys are noticing between each rank that there's a reasonable skill jump between what we're doing. That's because the players are getting better and we have to start compensating for what the players are doing, so we can try to stay one step ahead of everybody else. So if you guys haven't checked out the how to mechanics video for gold yet, I recommend watching that before watching this. But with that being said, we left off the last episode at Gold 1 Division 2 at 480 MMR, so hopefully we can push up closer to Gold 2 this episode, maybe Gold 1 Div 4 or Gold 1 Div 3, depending on how many games we are into Gold 1 here. I'm not sure how many games we are. I think we ranked up straight to Div 2 right after the last episode, so we might have to play one more game in Div 2 after, and then we'll move up to Div 3, so we might finish off at Gold 1 Div 3 this episode, but we'll see how the games go. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move right on into game number 1. Alright, so we're in game number 1, and we have Tellus on our team, and we're against, we're just going to call him Asterisk, I don't know, in game. So we have quite a bit more mechanics that we have picked up on, so we're going to be utilizing them here. Move on kickoff still, just wait to see what happens on the kickoff. I don't grab this boost and still try to position ourselves, not directly in net yet. Remember we talked about shadow defense, but we're going to try to keep pressure on the opponents here. We're not going to leave the ball immediately. We're going to try to give the opponent some pressure. So our teammate's there, so we're still going to stay in position. Our teammate throws a really hard pass back here. Try to stay close to our net here. Try to get a hard touch up and over the wall. And now the ball is bouncing. We can jump and flip. Try to get it clear up the field. Wait on the bounce. Is a little bit high. We'll try to let our teammate go for it. Really good try from our teammate. We spoke about power shots in the how to mechanics video. So if you guys haven't saw that, I recommend checking that out as well. Had a challenge here. Let our teammate go. Our teammate's behind us, so we're going to go behind him. He's going for an aerial. As you can see, players are getting very comfortable going up in the air. So aerials are definitely within the realm of possibility now in gold. This is the very first game in gold 1, and players are already going for aerials. You can see this guy trying to go for air dribbles. Not quite there, but you know, still within the realm of possibility. Our teammate's there. Try to let him finish his own shot. Nice shot from our teammate there. So he did a really good job there of taking his time. There was no opponents back. He was the only one there. So he took his time, throw the ball into his net, not into his net, but into the opponent's net, and then we end up getting a goal. He said GG. I don't know why he's being toxic. Alright, wave dash kickoff here. Nice. So it is a pretty decent kickoff. Alright, not exactly a speed flip, but it is still a pretty fast kickoff. So that's exactly what it looks like. Gonna move up here, wait to see what happens on the kickoff. Nice. So we can move back and grab this corner boost. We'll try to position back in net here because it's in the corner. Nothing else that they can really do. Our teammate gets a decent clear. Let our teammate go for this ball. He's controlling it. We'll try to stay somewhat near him. Try to stay closer. Try to jump for this. Nice. Try to challenge him. Alright. Let's move behind our teammate here. He wants to go for the ball. Wait to see what our teammate does with this. Get the pop off the back wall. We'll try to take a shot here. Nice. So as I said, just simply waiting in a good position can get you a lot of goals. I don't know why our teammate keeps saying GG. He could actually be smurfing now that I think about it. I didn't really think about that and take that into account. That our teammate could actually be smurfing. But yeah, that game was insanely quick. So I guess we'll do a 4th game this episode. And we move up to 489. We're still gold 1, dip 2 like I thought. So yeah, we'll go ahead and move on to game number 2. Since that game was so quick, we'll just do a 4th game here. Alright, so we're in game number 2. We're against Gimmicky Acorn and Trash, and we have Zonkelberg on our team. Try a wave that kickoff here again. Nice, pretty decent kickoff. We'll try to grab this boost. Wait to see what this guy does. He ends up missing. Try to wait for this ball. Try to jump and flip. Our teammate's there, so we'll let him go for it. I'll let our teammate challenge. Decent challenge from our teammate. We can't challenge here because we're last line of defense for our teammate. As you can see, we're just sitting there. We haven't done anything, and he tossed possession, so we can turn on the ball as soon as they toss possession. Try to wait here. Try to challenge him. Don't have to push up into their corner. We'll move back. Our teammate is not playing, but that's fine. Try to move behind Gimmicky Acorn here. He ends up tossing possession, so we can flip into this, and now our teammate is all slipping back. So you will get some really confusing teammates like this. We'll try to jump and flip here. Not quite on target. And Gimmicky ends up shooting the ball top left corner of his own net. So up here, our teammate's not going for kickoff. Just try to front flip into this to get a clear away from our net. But on the bounces, Trash is, I don't know, they're hitting the ball off the wall. And Gimmicky is almost on goaling again. Our teammate is there. I'm not sure if he wants to go or not. Alright, so I guess he does want to go. So we'll let him go. They end up hitting it to me. Let's try to jump and flip into this. Our teammate wants to take it away from us, but it's fine. He can have it. He's trying to go for an air duel. I don't know what's going on with these goals. I guess the last guy wasn't smurfing. This is what these guys are doing as well. It seems like every goal I've ran into thus far has been trying to do something off of the wall instead of just simply playing normally. Hit over to the side, let our teammate try to go for it. You can see these guys are all on the wall, trying to jump off the wall, trying to go for crazy stuff. At least crazy for this rank. Alright, it's going up the wall here. We can try to just get a hard hit off the wall, up the field, and see how they react to it. Try to get a decent block. Try to go back here, our teammate's first man, so we have to play back. Everything that passes off the corner. He gets a decent pass to his teammate, but his teammate isn't quite there to receive it. Try to get a clear of the field here. Don't quite get it. We'll move behind our teammate here. Our teammate is a little bit awkward, but he does end up getting a pretty decent save there. Still sit behind our teammate. And as you can see, our teammate is on the ball still, so we're just going to sit here. Wait for whatever happens to happen. Try to challenge this off the corner here. Hit it to the side so they can't score. We'll move behind our teammate, because our teammate seems like he's a little bit antsy to go. Try to jump and flip here. See, simply being able to jump and flip will take you a long way. Remember, try to go around this ball, get a touch towards the net. We can even flip to speed this up. Nice. So no need to rush open nets, right? We have so much time here. Go around the ball, get a soft touch towards the net if you need to, and then speed it up. And once you're confident that you can score the shot, then you can add speed to it. No need to try to rush it right away. There's no one back there. Take as much time as you need. Our teammate gets a decent clear of the field, and Trash is not playing. Try to let our teammate go for this. Gets a touch over to Gimmick there. Let's see if we can get our teammate to do some more work here. Because Trash is not playing and Gimmicky is by himself. And he's, again, as you can see, this guy is trying to go for something off the wall, and he didn't even have any boost there. That's just what I'm saying there. It's like, there's no need to be always trying to go for an air dribble. And I know it's hard, especially when you just learn a new mechanic to want to always use it. But you have to learn when it is useful to use a mechanic and when it is, like, not needed. That's also the problem with a lot of higher ranks like Champ and Diamond. Players like to learn flip resets and ceiling musties and ceiling shots. And then what separates them from a Grand Champ player or an SSL is that the Grand Champ player and the SSLs know when those mechanics are useful. They're not just doing them just because they can do them. They're doing them in a situation where they know it's actually going to benefit them and their team. They're not just randomly going for a flip reset. We're going to stay close here, try to 50 Gimmick here. We get a really good 50, take our time. Try to flip this towards the net. Really get blocked from Gimmick there. Our teammate got a decent bump. We're trying to let our teammate score all the goals here. We're just trying to still add some pressure to Gimmick here. But we're not going to do anything too crazy to put the ball on net. We want our teammate to do something. But thus far, he's been just going for air dribbles. This is an open net.
but I'm gonna hit it soft. Nice. You can, if you're in this position, you can just score that. It was wide open, so if you wanted to shoot that, just shoot it. But in this case, Gimmick is kind of by himself and the underdog in this situation, so we're just gonna try to let him do his thing. Still try to play some defense, but we're trying to let our teammate do everything on offense. And as I said, he hasn't really been doing too much. Let our teammate go since he wants to go again. Should be wide open net as long as he doesn't rush it and he wants to go towards the wall. So that's the problem here. See, here he is again going towards the wall for something. He gets a decent pass and Gimmick ends up missing that. Just try to jump this towards the net. Really good block from Gimmick there. I said I'm not going for anything too hard. Those are shots that I know you guys can score here at Gold 1. So if you can score it, by all means do so. But and our teammate's bumping us. Gimmick does not end up scoring that. But yeah. So yeah, this is an example of someone who probably thinks that they're a lot better than they are. I see a lot of silvers and a lot of golds who say, oh yeah, I'm silver, I'm gold, and I can go for air dribbles consistently and I can dribble and flick consistently. You probably look like this guy. And as you've seen, this guy is really not that good. So don't be that guy who's always going for advanced mechanics. Only do what you need to do to score. The advanced mechanics will become more and more useful the higher up in rank you go. Focus on game sense at the lower ranks and focus on consistency, not air dribbles, flip resets, and must-sees and all that other stuff. But with that being said, we gain 9 MMR. We move up to 498 here, and we're up at Gold 1 Division 3. So let's go ahead and move on to game number 3 so we can try to get some more games in this episode. Alright, so we're in game 3 again. This time we have Asterisk on our team, and we're against Sudi and Swift. So hopefully Asterisk doesn't abandon this match. Up here. So yeah, the normal drive and flip kickoff should still work at Gold if you can't do the wave dash kickoff. So if you can't do the wave dash kickoff, you can still drive and flip. There's some champ players who still even drive and flip on kickoff, even though it's a lot more rare up there. The players up there still do that, but the sooner you learn a better kickoff, the better. So, good teammate. I recommend spending some time into learning that. We'll try to stay close to here. Try to go around this ball. Try to get a touch towards the net. Swift wasn't playing. So we spoke about this in Silver. Just simply hitting the ball and to generate power, go around it, and then boost into it. Just to generate some power in the direction you want to hit it in. Then you go around the ball so you can hit it in the direction you want to. We had so much space there, so we took it. Drive up here, take a front flip. So yeah, this front flip kickoff still works, and Swift again is not playing the game. I have no idea what Swift is doing, but he doesn't want to play the game. I don't know what's up with these low rank players and just not playing the game. We've had a couple of teammates like that, and there's Swift again, just sitting there. I don't know, is that just a thing down here that people just sit there? Maybe like they don't know what to do and they just sit there and wait. I'm gonna jump and flip into this to get a hard play up the field. Let Swift go for this. Just add some pressure. So the basic level is, ooh, nice shot from our teammate. Really good shot there. But yeah, just to add some pressure, the basic level of shadow defense down here in Gold will just be to be somewhere near the opponent, be in their way a little bit, not too close, but just close enough to make them panic. As you saw, Swift panicked there and he gave the ball straight to our teammate and he was able to score. That's pretty much what we're going for here. You don't want the opponents to be able to do what they want with the ball. You want to always make sure you're adding some kind of pressure to the ball. We're going to move back here, our teammates on that side, so he's first man and we're last. So we're going to sit here and play last man like we're supposed to. Try to challenge here. Nice. Let our teammate go for this. Really good pop from my teammate. We'll try to aerial. Okay, I honestly have no idea. Well, we got a really good 50 here. The way I aerialed up for it, I was honestly expecting it to be off target. In fact, it was meant to be off target, but I think since he 50'd me, it ended up being on target, which is very, very unfortunate for him. We'll try to take our time here and try to challenge Swift, and he just ends up missing. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm trying my best to not do too much, and it ends up seeming like I'm still doing too much. Well, at least you guys know the mechanics I went over in the house of mechanics beat up for Gold are very effective at the Gold 1 rank. I might have to dumb it down some more. I'll probably try to keep it around silver level until like we actually get some decent opponents. But it really seemed like our opponents up towards gold in the last episodes, like getting up closer to gold, at least in high silver, are getting pretty good. So I guess these low ranks are full of surprises. You never really know what you're getting, which is kind of the beauty of solo queuing. You can get a really good teammate, you can get a really bad teammate, but you never really know. Really good shot from our teammate. Our teammate's playing really solid this game, a lot better than our teammate from the last game. And you can see our teammate has a very simplistic playstyle here, taking very simple shots, not doing too much. The last guy wanted to go for air dribbles every single time, and as you can see, that didn't really end up too hot for him that game. I don't think he ended up scoring any goals there. GG's there. We end up getting 9 MMR, so we should move up to 507. We're still go 1-3, and yeah, we've had quite a bit of forfeits this game, so I'm guessing I'm probably going to tone it down a little bit. Our teammate wants to party up. It's just we're only doing one more game. I guess I'll run one more with him, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so we're in game number 4 here. And we have action on our team. We did party up with him the last game. He wanted to party up, so we partied up with him. And we'll do this this game with him as well. And as you can see, we're against AK and J Trials. Go for this here. Some front flip kickoff here. A little basic kickoff. We were doing the wave dash kickoff at first, but I still think that some of the stuff I'm doing is a little bit too much. So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to use shadow defense and other things as well. How to hit it to the side, as you can see, it was a little bit awkward, but I wasn't too far back to where I couldn't go for it. Let our teammate go here. See if he wants to take a shot. Really good shot from him. Like, our teammate has been playing extremely solid, and I recommend that if you do end up playing a solo queue game and you end up getting a good teammate, that you end up trying to party up with the guy. I know like a lot of players have some big egos in Rocket League and people like to insta leave and things like that, but if you want to rank up, I recommend taking every chance you can get, especially as a solo queue player, to gain MMR. But I mean, of course, here we don't really need to do this, but just because our teammate wanted to party up, just gonna show and showcase that you guys can do this. Our teammate said take the shot there, but that was not a good shot for us to take. Still gonna shadow defend, wait for a shot. Nice. We can go up the wall here and try to get a touch over to the side since they can't score. Nice. Gonna wait. They try to pop up. We're gonna move around our teammate now. Nice. So this ball is going to us. We can try to get a pop towards the net. See if we can get a goal here. Really good save from AK there. Really good save. We can try to challenge here. They're rolling the ball. Nice. As you can see, shadow defense allows you to turn on the ball whenever you get the opportunity to. We're trying to side flip here. Nice. So you don't even have to challenge the opponent a lot of times. As I said before in the How to Mechanics video, sometimes just being in a good position is enough to scare a player. Sometimes you can just be positioned somewhere near them and they'll panic, toss the ball away from themselves, and you'll end up with a free ball that you can go for, maybe you or your teammate. If you feel like your teammate has a better shot, then let him go for it. A really good shot from our teammate. Holy, like this guy is playing really good for his rank. This guy is solid. He's put just about every shot thus far that he's taking on target. This is a really good player right here for the gold one. So this is an example of a guy who's practicing all the right stuff. He's there, he's shadow defending, tries to challenge, doesn't quite get it. So say far enough back, our teammate pops it up. You can try to aerial for this. A little bit high, we're just gonna try to get a touch. Our teammate got it, got a touch to the side, the opponents can't score from the corner. We can try to challenge quick here, but our teammate is there. So always be paying attention to what your teammate has and what you can take. So it should bounce down here for us. They try to demo, doesn't quite get it. We'll try to jump and flip here. Not quite on target, but it was close. Our teammate's first man. We got to be careful here. Is rolling into the corner, so we can try to get a clear over to the side since there's nobody there. We're on AK's touch here. He ends up getting a pop up. We'll try to take a front flip shot here. This is blocked by J Trials there. We'll just try to go back to net behind our teammate. Might be an awkward ball for him to reach. He actually ends up reaching that. Really good clear from him. Our teammate is there. He gets a touch over to us, so we'll get a clear over to the side. Really awkward for the both of us. We'll try to position back in net behind our teammate, just in case he's backwards. Not much our teammate can do there, but he is still first man, so we have to do our best to play second man. Alright, he's behind us, so we can go ahead and challenge if we want to. We end up bumping the opponent. Jay has a really awkward shot there, really good challenge from my teammate. To add pressure. So it's popping off the side there. Our teammate wants to go for it. We'll let him go. Popping off the sidewall. We'll try to challenge AK here because we're close enough. Our teammate is back, but that might be a goal. He's a little bit awkward. Really good save from our teammate. We can try to jump for this. Try to jump and flip. Need to get a hard clear up the field here. Nice. Should bounce off the corner. Try to take our time with this. Try to pop it to our teammate. Hopefully he's there. Our teammate is all the way back, but it's fine. We'll try to grab this boost. Kind of wait and see what they do here. Just wait and see what happens. As you can see, all I gotta do is be here. You see how he tossed the ball away from him? Now it's a free ball from my teammate. I don't even have to challenge him. I just have to be right there. Just kind of scare him a little bit. Get him to panic and toss the ball away from himself. You don't want them to control the ball. That's what you don't want. You don't want them getting close to your net and then taking a shot, because that's harder to save. Decent pass from my teammate. We'll try to score this. Try to jump and flip here. Not quite on target. Our teammate's there for the finish. Really good shot from our teammate. He's playing really good. Like, our teammate's carrying us. You see that? Nice. GG's. That's going to conclude game number 4. We end up moving up to 5, I think. 16? So that should be, what, gold 1 div 4? No, gold 1 div 3 still. So yeah, that's going to conclude the final game there. Alright, so that is going to conclude this episode of the Road to Grand Champion series. This has been episode number 15. So we have had a couple of interesting teammates, a couple of interesting opponents as well. Well, I guess I can't really say that because a lot of our opponents have forfeited. But I guess that kind of showed me that I need to tone it down just a little bit, because it seems like the stuff I'm doing is a little bit too good for the opponents to defend against. Which is a good thing for you guys, because that means the stuff that I was teaching you in the how-to mechanics video for gold is really effective down here in gold 1. If you're stuck down here in gold 1 or somewhere in the low gold area, just know that these mechanics are working extremely well down here, as long as you're positioning yourself well, so watching what's going on in the field and positioning around your teammate, and just overall being in a position to where you can maximize your scoring opportunities going around the ball. If you need to go around the ball, taking your time if you have an open net, simple things like that will make all the difference down here in gold. But just with that note, we're probably going to try to tone it down a bit until we start to realize that our opponents are getting reasonably better. But you guys, of course, after watching the video, can play however you want. You don't have to tone your skill down. If you want to play better, by all means do so. You'll rank up. And also remember, do not prioritize mechanics. We had a teammate in one of those games where he was prioritizing mechs over just simply taking shots. He had a couple of shots that he could have just scored, and he ended up trying to take the ball to the wall instead. You do not want to be playing like that. You want to be playing to win. Do not play to freestyle. Do not play to prove that you have fancy mechanics. If you play like that, you're not going to rank up. It doesn't matter what rank you are. It doesn't matter if you're diamond or champ. You want to be playing for your teammate. Do not play to show off. If you play to show off, you'll lose. So with that being said, that is going to conclude this episode, and that is it from me. Peace.